Since the 1940s, witnesses who have reported seeing UFOs are visited soon afterwards by strange and mysterious agents who warn them not to talk. They are always dressed identically but do not always appear to be human. These are the men in black. In 1947, Harold Dahl was on Washington State's Maury Island, gathering logs, when he saw 6 donut-shaped objects hovering about a half a mile above his boat. Before long, one of them fell nearly 1,500 feet, followed by raining metallic debris, which hit Dahl's son Charles, on his arm, as well as the family dog, who didn't survive the ordeal. Dahl took some pictures of the aircraft with his camera, which he later showed to his supervisor, Fred Chrisman. A skeptical Chrisman went back to the scene to look for himself and saw a strange aircraft with his own eyes. The following morning, Dahl was visited by a man in a black suit. The man was able to recount in extraordinary detail what Dahl had just experienced. "What I have said is proof to you that I know a great deal more about this experience of yours than you will want to believe," the man said. Dahl was told not to speak of the incident. If he did, bad things would happen. The following day, Dahl was visited by not one but 2 men in black suits. They were tall, pale, and had no hair. Their eyes were unnaturally large and their skin was cold to the touch. They spoke in a monotone voice and asked Dahl to recount his experience. When Dahl finished, the men warned him to keep quiet about what he had seen. They threatened him with harm to his family if he spoke out. Dahl was terrified and never spoke of the incident again. The men in black have since become a staple of UFO lore, and their appearance in the Maury Island incident has only added to their mystique. The incident remains one of the most compelling and mysterious UFO sightings in history. Could it be true? Could a secret fraction of the government really police all alien activity and encounters on Earth? And if so, are the men in black themselves human? A scientist had a very strange encounter that could suggest otherwise. On September 11, 1976, Dr. Herbert Hopkins, a renowned allergist and hypnosis expert, received a phone call from a man claiming to be the vice president of the New Jersey UFO Research Organization. The caller expressed interest in discussing Hopkins' recent work on a case of alleged UFO teleportation in Oxford, Maine. He agreed to meet with the caller and provided his address. When Dr. Hopkins turned on the porch light to signal the caller, he was surprised to see the man already walking up the steps to his door. The man was dressed in a black suit and had a pale complexion. Dr. Hopkins invited him inside, and the man began to ask him questions about the UFO case. The man's voice was monotone and his mannerisms were robotic. Hopkins became increasingly frightened as the man's questions became more personal. The man asked him to take out a coin and hold it in his hand. The man then instructed Dr. Hopkins to watch the coin closely. Suddenly, the coin disappeared from his hand. The man then told Hopkins that he had been visited for a reason and that he should forget about the UFO case. The man then left the house, and Dr. Hopkins never saw him again. The encounter left him shaken and terrified. He reported that the man's eyes were cold and lifeless, and that his voice was devoid of emotion. Dr. Hopkins' experience with the men in black is one of the most detailed reports of an interaction with these ominous visitors. People who study the phenomena often cite this case as the most important and informed report ever recorded about the men in black. In 2008, an image was captured of the men in black. The Shane Sovar encounter with them and his UFO sighting is a spine-chilling tale that's left many people contemplating the existence of alien life. Sovar, a hotel manager from Niagara Falls, was working on October 14, 2008, when he witnessed a UFO hovering over the falls. The craft was captured on security footage, which was later obtained by the Aerial Phenomena Investigation Team. These were 2 tall men, dressed in black trench coats and black fedora hats, who walked into the hotel, but Sovar wasn't at work that day. Later, his bellman had informed him that the men were looking for him and had asked questions about him. The bellman described the men as extremely odd-looking, really tall, with extremely pale skin and identical height. The men were wearing black suits, black trench coats, and old-fashioned fedora hats. The existence of the men in black is a topic of debate among conspiracy theorists and ufologists. While some believe that MIB are real, others consider them to be a figment of the imagination. The men in black are portrayed more and more in movies, books, games, and graphic novels, making awareness higher but diminishing credible reports as well. On the other hand, there are numerous accounts of people who claim to have encountered the men in black after reporting paranormal experiences, and generally, the descriptions always match. People who claim to have encountered them also suggest that there's more to this phenomenon than meets the eye. In conclusion, the MIB remain an intriguing topic of discussion among conspiracy theorists and ufologists, but unless anything is released under the Freedom of Information Act or concrete evidence is taken, they will always remain a mystery. What do you believe them to be? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.